Yo, what up guys, Magic IQ here. Welcome to another build video / tutorial today. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys tune into the Twitch live, and always if you guys want to skip to the build, there's going to be a pinned comment down below with timestamps for you guys, just for time's sake. And also, I would really appreciate it if you guys could leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get straight into the video. One and done type shit. Yo, what up guys, Magic IQ here, and today I'm showing you guys my bunny version 2 of my mobbing build and my bossing build version 1. Now obviously this is just going to be an introduction to my bossing build because I haven't really experimented too much with it. I have a couple I'm working on. I'm going to show you guys the circle bossing build, I call it right now, where you just kind of run in circles around bosses. I'm obviously not even level 40 yet again on this character. I'm actually getting this done right before upload time to make the time crunch because a lot of you guys have been asking for Bunny V2, and today is Monday and I did promise this build by Monday, so I'm getting it to you guys now. I still have one more catalyst I need to go ahead and get the materials for in order to craft and put on this character, and then I will probably do one more maybe in order to be able to run the build in both mobbing and bossing consistently and actually at the same time. You're not going to have to change any catalyst sockets at all between the two builds, and they both run very nice. I also want to do some testing with Luna as well to see how hard I can get what I call the Altzilla build to hit. So we're going to see how that works in the future, but without further ado, let's get straight into it guys. So we're using the same gun as last time, the Thunder Cage as of right now. I will show you guys I got a pretty juicy reactor though that I'm going to try and get for the Thunder Cage and for every single enemy type as well. It's absolutely insane. We were doing some testing today with Freyna and we did find a little bit of a change in the meta reactor, at least that we're going to use here on this channel, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But like I said, the Thunder Cage, firearm ATK, electric ATK, rounds per magazine, and critical hit damage. Obviously if you were bossing with this, you'd probably want to switch rounds per magazine to bonus firearm attack versus Colossus. My personal opinion, I run it like this for mobbing and I really do enjoy it. You can get away with doing it for bossing too, just the numbers are going to be a little bit lower as you have less multiplicative damage from that. So getting into the modules here, we are running better insight, fire rate up, action reaction, rifling reinforcement, better concentration and concentration priority, as well as concentrate support ammo, and kind of just a random crit damage aiming mod to fill the slot here. Eventually I will be putting out a full build on the Thunder Cage, so stay tuned for that. I just figured I'd show it to you guys now because I feel like a lot of people have already built this gun, but I'm also going to put some weak point damage into it too to be a little bit different, and we'll see how it works out. I do have the Python on my back for bossing. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out, you guys can check that out, link down below in the description. I do pull that out when I get to the ends of missions, and I do kill the bosses with that pretty darn fast, so I think that gun gets it done all by itself, let alone needing 1.2 million crits, because this build already ticks out the bosses insanely quick. For the reactor, we are using a Thunder Cage mounting, singular skill power boost, electric skill power boost, and electric skill power boost on the bottom with skill effect range, along with both maximum range and skill expansion. We are able to get maximum 2x. So I do like this reactor, although if we were looking for crazy numbers guys, this reactor right here is extremely juicy. We do have additional skill ATK when attacking Legion of Darkness and skill critical hit damage. You'd want to get that top stat for every single different type of enemy, but this is actually the best in slot now. So if you guys want to run additional skill ATK when attacking Colossus and skill critical hit damage, it's actually going to hit harder. On Freyna we were hitting for about 30 to 40k even more than we were hitting already, so just letting you guys know, eventually I will be putting out another rendition of the team synergy between Luna and Freyna because we are doing an insane amount of damage with those two characters working together, and I'm just enjoying the synergy so much, and I hope you guys are as well. That video will also be down below in the description if you guys want to check that out. But getting into the external components here for farming, this is min-max for me for farming. I have incredible rolls on these. I have a Supernova auxiliary power here with Kuiper and max HP, both gold. We have a Supernova sensor here with max MP and consumable drop rate at 0.191. I have not seen anything above that. Let me know if you guys have. 0.191 has been my max on pretty much everything. As you guys can see here, gold drop rate as well, 1.91. I have dropped this so many times, obviously. I don't even know how many boss clears I have done. If you guys have any trackers or tracking apps with boss clears, let me know, because I'm well over the 300 seasonal goal and probably into the thousands of boss clears at this point, and I'm just genuinely curious how many times I've cleared bosses. And it's been still hard for me to get double god roll sets. These reactors and these external components are so hard to farm for god rolls, I swear. We have equipment drop rate here as well with shield recovery modifier. That lootable drop rate is always maxed out on all of those. Now we're going to take a look at our Descendant modules here. Now both these builds are going to be kind of squishy because I enjoy to play that way, but me personally, I'm going to be throwing health on this last slot here as I don't need any more damage and I like where the build sits. You guys can do that as well, or you guys can get rid of Enlightenment if you guys want to. I actually prefer Enlightenment and Strong Mentality to keep the sprint up along with MP Collector. I think it really helps, but you can obviously replace this for defense and get a little bit tankier as well. I actually like playing a little bit squishier. It forces me to actually have to try a little bit because Bunny's kind of brain dead, and it's kind of fun to give myself a little bit of a challenge. But if you guys want a little bit more defense, which I honestly don't think you need, you can go defense here and health here. But besides that, we're using high voltage. I think, me personally, I think this other mod that people are using, I think it's called Bionic Fuel, is just absolute dog water. And I see people also building it with health. That doesn't make any sense when you're just going to be at 1 HP anyway. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. I see other people though that do build it on YouTube as well, running it with like shield collector and shield. That makes sense. I don't know why you would run bionic fuel with HP because you're always at 1 HP. But I have no experience with it. I used it one time and then stacked some shield and was like, yep, the damage is underwhelming. I don't lose MP anyway with my high voltage build. I'm going back. So as you guys know, increased range and damage from high voltage is absolutely insane. Skill cost, max MP here. We're using mid-air maneuvering. This is actually kind of important when we get to the bossing. We'll talk about that in a second. Maximum range, skill insight, electric specialist, MP collector. We're using skill expansion and skill concentration, okay, and focus on singular. If you guys say, I don't care about the health, I want to be squishy too, then just go ahead and slot this for Almadine, and you guys can also run front lines, okay? I would probably recommend that over emergency measures just because you're already at 21.74% crit rate, I think, right now, and that would just get you up to 24%, which isn't that much of a jump. I'm cool with this. It's up to you guys what you want to run, but I suggest this. Front lines is probably going to be worth it in my personal opinion. Now for circle bossing, we're also running high voltage and mid-air maneuvering because your pulse obviously pulses quicker with mid-air maneuvering, and you're moving through the grapple and stuff like that. I don't have a min-max boss run yet, but I think as this build sits, you could get around 10 seconds, and we're not even fully damage spec'd out yet, I don't think. I think there's one more thing we can slot here for a little bit more duration and a little bit more range. I'm still working on it, so let me keep cooking. This is version 1 of essentially the boss build, and it fits into the same slots, but it can probably get Devour done in 10 seconds. I know Devour is not that impressive, but just imagine with Luna going against Dead Bride, going against Frostwalker. I think in a group of bunnies with Luna, you could definitely do some insane damage. It would be absolutely mental, and that's just a hint at a future build. We're running skill cost and max MP here, same as last time, but now we're running singular specialist again, but we're running all of the crit we can except for emergency measures again, and we're running electric specialist, skill expansion, and dangerous ambush. The last thing I'm trying to spec on this build is emergency measures. So kind of a repeating theme you guys see here, but you guys can, again, if you want to, go health. I'm going to personally go glass on both builds because I enjoy playing that way, but you guys can go health to make yourself a little bit tankier, okay? Altzilla, I'm just going to let you guys see that tab and stress out about it and hear about it in the future because I'm not too sure if I'm theory crafting properly yet, but I think I'm cooking. So And really quickly, guys, just to go over the reactor and external components for bossing, we are using, of course, Slayer. Doesn't really matter what you have in terms of rolls on the set, but you definitely are going to want max MP here, the highest roll you have. Everything else doesn't really do anything because you're going to be killing it within the first skill actual activation, and you won't be getting hit with damage as long as you're moving. And the reactor here, unfortunately, we have electric skill power boost and additional skill ATK when attacking Colossus on a falling hope, but it doesn't really matter because you're actually just going to keep moving anyway. You're not going to shoot your gun, but I would like crit damage there instead of electric skill power, okay? So you guys want crit damage and additional skill ATK when attacking Colossus. It is way stronger. It is insane, that double damage stack. It's crazy, okay? Now, we're using the Fallen Hope here. There's nothing special on it, but you guys can put Brisk Walk on it and shoot the boss to get some more movement speed. I highly recommend that. If you guys haven't seen that talent, this is what it looks like right here. It's called Brisk Walk, on hit movement speed plus 10% for 5 seconds. That's the only thing I'd recommend on there. Besides that, you guys can just go full damage on whatever your mounting is and then just decide to shoot it if you need to finish the boss off. I always keep a Python on my back just in case because it destroys bosses. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But without further ado, man, I'll see you guys in the next one. It's Magic IQ, and let's look forward to some more team synergy builds coming in the future. I'm really enjoying playing with Luna. Watermelon's got a great build, and I also have that same build up on the channel as well. The only difference is we did eventually throw in Passionate Sponsor, so make sure you guys go ahead and throw that in there if you can as well as any critical hit resistance or toxin or immunity you guys want to throw on there for that second slot. That's available. If you guys want to go full on support, I would highly recommend that for that Luna build. But without further ado, I'm out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.